Mm. Mm. Get my eyes clear, 'cause I want to see what's going on. Hey. Well, my eyeballs always look like they closed. Mr. Smith, first one in the building. What is up, my friend? How are you doing this fine Thursday evening? I am doing well. I am doing well. This Thursday is what's up. This live is what's up. I'm taking it one day at a time. Taking it one day at a time. Goodness gracious. Yeah, just we waiting for folks to show up, and we will discuss what we gonna discuss. Theo, my man. Theo. Yeah, one day at a time. I hear that, Mr. Smith. Goodness gracious. You got to. Ain't got no choice. Yep, we in here. I'm just kind of sitting. I know. I am thinking this is going to be a rather lively live. So I have prepared myself both mentally, spiritually, and maybe not physically. I don't think I'm gonna need to do anything physically, but just keeping my mental dexterity on full. Yeah, it will be because it's alive. That's why it will be lively. Oh my goodness, man. What a week, what a week, what a freaking week. Theo. Man, I'll be honest with you, since right now it's just us in there. I was concerned about how it turned out, and I was feeling one way a couple days ago, as you well know, Theo. But I did some thinking, and the one word that just kept washing over me, control. You know what I'm saying? As much as I just wanted to pop claws and go into a berserker rage or Hulk out and just rah, but you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be, because we folks like us, man, we ain't up there in subs yet, so we ain't been vetted, as it were. You know what I'm saying? We getting there, but it is what it is, and until until I'm up there, rubbing shoulders, as it were, what boy. Wait till I get a couple thousand subs. I ain't gonna care what nobody thinks. You know what I mean? And so I get that, but that's not the goal. If that makes sense, I get there, it's fine. But in the meantime, it is what it is. Thank you, Mr. Smith. That video, I put a lot of thought into it. I think I put more thought into it than I did actual effort. Because once I made up my mind about what I was going to do, the rest of it just flowed like diarrhea. Is that a terrible metaphor? I think it's one everybody can identify with, though. I saw both of you and Theo B's videos on the leader of the movement. Mr. Smith, you said, what I lack in subs, I more than make up with knowledge. Respect, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I will try to continue to do that. I don't have to be the best. I just have to be the realest. You and Theo are militant fighters, not a bunch of sitters on the fence being nice. Well, I am definitely not on the fence, but I don't think Ashura that it is a to be nice or not to be nice thing. At least for me, it's more of a I'll tell anybody this. Anybody who knows me personally, I mean intimately, and I've told people this before, two things in this world that I cannot stomach are thieves and liars. Okay? Because there is no reason on earth to do either. But when I ain't calling nobody a thief or a liar. I'm just saying I can't stand thieves and liars. If you got something on your mind, as the type of person I am, say what you need to say. And you can say what you need to say, get your point across, be firm, and still be respectful. You know what I'm saying? When you talk to people who are irrational for a living, when you talk to people who have personality disorders, when you talk to people who are schizophrenic, all of that kind of stuff, you learn that raging at people and just rah, rah, rah isn't always the answer. Because I tell you, I was that close to turning it into something ugly. But it's like, okay, I gotta let cooler heads prevail. And so that's why it turned out the way it turned out. It was long in the mug too, but I said everything I needed to say. Can we do a watch party on E-Man reviewing his watch party? A watch party of a watch party. Well, I will say one thing. If we do it, I'm joking, but if we did do it, it would be a first. I don't think anybody's done a watch party on a watch party ever. So, but I'm not trying to watch nothing. Yeah, I mean, so it's just like, later for that. It is definitely, for me, it is definitely a trending video. It's over 100 views. So yeah, I guess y'all have been sharing it. It's still not my most viewed video. If you go back through, when is the She-Hulk videos be out? Andor. Okay. Ashura, first, I think if, and that's a huge if, I do any She-Hulk videos at all, it will probably be when the series is over and I just do a recap / synopsis of the entire season, because from what I'm seeing, this is nothing to pursue week to week. I mean, I get it. It's a popular topic. It's a hot topic, and that's what you're supposed to do. As far as Andor, I watched like 15 minutes of the first episode, and I was like, can't do it. Can't do. If anything I watch for the first time, and anybody that knows me, it gets a 10 to 15-minute test. If you can't capture my attention, if you can't capture my curiosity, if you can't throw action in my face that makes me go, ooh, then you failed the 15-minute test. And I'm not fooling with it. So y'all can tell me all you want to tell me about Andor. And I'm like, well, who the is Andor anyway? It wasn't he was in he was in Rogue One, and now we trying to build a whole series off, man, reaching, 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 or maybe I'm out of touch. And Andor is one of the most super popular characters in Star Wars history ever. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes. Now we can talk about that. Armor Wars being canceled and being, yeah. See, it don't take a rocket scientist, sure. If you got to premiere it in 3 and 4 episode blocks, you trying too hard. You please let them like it. We'll give them a bunch of episodes to start off with. Why? And I think it is perfectly normal not to like everything or not to want to watch everything. If it's something that you as a viewer like and you ain't getting it here, I ain't gonna be mad you go to another page. I mean, I I know my worth. You know what I'm saying? I ain't laboring under the assumptions that the people who are rocking on my channel only rock exclusively with me. I know a lot of y'all rock with me. A lot of y'all rock with Theo, Back of the Bus, E-Man, Chillmonger, all that. That's cool because viva la difference. You know what I'm saying? You can go where you need to go to get the flavor that you savor. That's that's where I'm at. Mr. Smith, I got to agree 100% on that. I would have preferred Donnie Yen's character to have a series too, because it's Donnie Yen, first of all. You know what I'm saying? And that would have been a draw, but Disney wasn't thinking. As far as that Armor Wars going from series to movie, and that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about is, Marvel is dropping all of these jewels and all of these little tidbits and I like superhero movies as much as the next guy. I like watching superhero movies. I like superhero based movies. It don't have to be Marvel. It don't have to be DC. I'm just fascinated with the genre of superhero based movies. You know what I mean? But I feel like to some extent superhero movies are getting ready to jump the shark. If we do not get a refreshing take on the superhero genre, a unique take that Marvel or DC or somebody else has never taken cinematically or hasn't thought to take cinematically, superhero movies, I feel, are going to go the way of cowboy movies. You know what I'm saying? You can crank them all out, but if it gets to a point where they just have oversaturated the market and no matter what you put out, nobody's going to go see it, why keep making them? It's just a thought. And if Marvel is any, barometer of that, I feel like the 1,000,000,000 that Black Panther made, the billion that Spider-Man made, the billion that Endgame made is the exception and not the rule. You know what I mean? So it's like these Marvel Studios is chasing a fucking unicorn. Okay? You think your movies, all your movies, or your goal is to try to get all of your movies to clock 1 billion with a B? It's possible, but I don't see it coming no time soon. Consistently, it's possible, but I don't see it coming no time soon. And that's just me. I could be 150% wrong, but I don't see it happening. That's just me. They lost the Blade director. Why couldn't they choose a younger actor? Ali will be in his 60s before the first movie. Oh, slow down there, young Ashura. I do not think Mahershala Ali is that damn old. Let's see, Maher. There he is. Mahershala Ali was born February 16th, 1974. So 50s. 50s. I mean, let's look at it like this. How old was Samuel L. Jackson when he took the role of Nick Fury? And he's still doing roles. So I guess my thought about that depends on the actor, you know. But Blade seems like it would be a more physical role. Samuel L. Jackson ain't being called upon to do as much physical stuff as Mahershala Ali would be or will be. So yes, I see the issue. I saw that, Mr. Smith. Oh, I feel MCU is going through Batman 60s and 90s Batman jokey movies. I can wait for MCU nipples. Okay. Yeah. Well, and this is the argument that I present. At this point, Marvel was just throwing out anything and seeing what sticks. I'm gonna get any director. I'm gonna take any script. I'm gonna we just want to get on. We just want products out there. And I tell you, question: did this one slip past everybody in Thor: Love and Thunder? Shitty writing. A tourist attraction in Asgard called Infinity Cones. Infinity Cones. I'm going to make a tourist attraction based on the motherfucker that murdered off half my people. Where they do that at? You know what I'm saying? Do Jewish people have a delicatessen called Hitler's Meats? You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. And it's a testament to the fact that they are tailoring their movies to cater to the casual and the average moviegoer. Mugs who do not give a rat's ass about what happens in the plot. They just want to see people in colorful costumes doing super shit. You know, and we don't care about the linear direction of a script or canon. We just gonna play fast and loose, and we gonna put the ridiculous right smack dab in the middle and say accept it. And people rationalize it and go, it's fantasy, so I accept it. It's stupid fantasy though. You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on Stan Lee and Jack Kirby's name, please. I found Boyega Blade fan artwork for badass. Too bad Disney shafted him and it's been bad blood. Tons of young black actors out there, sure. Attractions. I thought Infinity Cones were ice creams. Semantics, sure. Stop it. Semantics. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. The point being, whatever it is, it would not be in fucking New Asgard. It would not be in New Asgard. Do you know how much trauma that caused? And then another thing, why are Asgardian children acting like Earth children? Shouldn't Asgardian children be doing Asgardian children things? It's the desire to want to normalize everything. And I won't even say normalize. The desire to want to Americanize everything it oozes in. And it's like, bruh, just can we have some worlds that stay those worlds? You know, like Wakanda stays that world, Atlanta stays that world, Adeline stays that world, world stay that world. We don't want them being Americanized, being Earthized. You know what I mean? That kind of a thing. Why even bother? You know, if everyone is going to be British. It seems like all the good actors are British now, or all the great actors. are British now, and they be sneaking them in on us. You know? Did you know that Tatiana Maslany was English? Another British actor playing an American, and we don't recognize. You know, that I'm saying they disguise their accent so great. They put their accent when I found out that the dude, what's his name, Bob Hoskins, Bob Hoskins in Super Mario Brothers. When I found out that that guy was British, I'm like, wow, he's a very good actor. But yeah, if English actors done took over, English actors done took over. Shira says apparently Black Panther wasn't supposed to be with English accent by Coogler, the comic fan. Yeah, I read about that where Chadwick Boseman was instrumental in saying, "Come on, man, if we in Wakanda, why ain't we speaking with African accents? Why does everybody have to speak with an English accent?" And that wouldn't have went over well. So, again, kudos to Chad for putting some innovative ideas out into the ether. Here we go again. Why I got to verify everything? Sure. Why I got to verify everything? You know what? You're right. She is Canadian, but she was on a British show. Maybe that's why I thought she was British. Well, she ain't American. Canada's just like America in some places. Regina. She's from Regina, Saskatchewan. Regina. Rhymes with another word. Shh. Shh, Regina. She's from Regina. I like saying that. She's from Regina. Let me stop. So what do we think about recasting Thunderbolt Ross right away? What do we think about that? What do we think about that? Don't everybody start talking at once. But I don't think that's yeah. They definitely intend to recast Thunderbolt Ross. I guess William Hurt's portrayal of the character does not transcend all other iterations of the character. Mr. Smith, I don't know if it's because he's white or because he's a crappy actor, but I mean, hasn't William Hurt won an Oscar for something? I don't mean nothing. That's just a bunch of people's opinion, right? But yeah, he's either an Academy Award winning or an Academy nominated actor. Theo said, "You already know how I feel." Yeah, and that's my whole point. It's like, does Marvel Studios see that the whole planet sees what they're doing? You know what I mean? Do they feel like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the decisions that they make at Marvel, they think they're in a bubble somewhere. Like that. Okay, it's like all of this flack and grief that you're getting, all of this blowback that you're getting because you're not recasting the character. You're just gonna turn it around and wave it in them people's face and go, "We're recasting Thunderbolt Ross." Ain't that some shit? And he got mad because he's not for recasting T'Challa. They don't care because they are not afraid of fearless leader. No. No dear close friend comment either. You know what? I am a person who is willing to at least listen. Because if you got my ear, you know what I'm saying? Time is the one commodity you can't get back. It's precious. So if I dedicate or donate some of my time to anything, you better not be fucking with it or wasting it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so easy to say what you mean. You know what I mean? Just say what you mean. You get more with honey than you do with vinegar. Just say what it is you want to happen. Just say what it is you don't want to happen. Don't send mixed signals. Mixed signals, as we've learned, can cause problems later on down the line. You know what I'm saying? If you're not being clear and concise about, oh, I switched my sword up, y'all. Y'all remember I used to have a Thundercat sword back here? It's the Conan sword. Remember the sword from Conan the Barbarian? Yep. It's my new fixture. But like I was saying, oh, people's in here. They done came in the building. If someone knows that if they slap you, that there will be no consequences, y'all going in now. I cannot explain the rationale. I cannot explain what the thought process is, but it looks like something happened suddenly, is what I'm getting. Something suddenly happened. There was a sudden change, and we suddenly needed to back up, regroup, get a grip, and say, you better change what you're doing. If you don't change what you're doing, we're going to have problems. That's what it seemed like, okay? Because it's like, okay, I'm running a race, and there's the finish line right there. I'm the man you chose for the race. And then it's like one of them, you know, you hear the Taco Bell bell, dong, and you run off the track, you know, like in that Taco Bell commercial, just leave, you know what I'm saying? And go get some Taco Bell. What? Taco Bell? You was running a race. Why ain't you finishing this race? But there's an explanation that's going to explain to me why you left in the middle of the race and went to Taco Bell. Louis Berry, welcome to the dance, bro. Welcome to the dance. Hope to get Sam Elliott as you said that in a comment. Oh, because I remember reading it. Hope to get Sam Elliott as General Thunderbolt Ross, Red Hulk, and John David Washington as T'Challa. Panthers Avengers Secret Wars. IP. Oh, okay. Sam Elliott would make a good Thunderbolt Ross, but as you may have heard, Louis, they are considering Harrison Ford. What you want me to do? Han Solo's dead, so Harrison Ford needs something to do. Theo said, "Man, I look at your setup and realize how big of nerds we really are." Yeah. What they say, X-Men mutant and proud, nerd and proud. Already, wish somebody would say something crazy to me. The thought process is to buy into Marvel and Disney's BS with that man. He told us to wait and wait since they will listen to us. This was always his finishing kick. I get that reference, like Captain America. I get that reference. Yeah, yeah. It, Mr. Smith, it certainly seems that way. It really does. And why would you? I don't even know why I'm asking. Opportunists will dupe as many people as they feel like they need to dupe. Clout chasers will lie to as many people as they need to lie to garner more clout. So if that is the case, that's very disappointing. That's very sad that, all you are is an opportunistic person, and you're trying to get what you can get at the expense of other people and playing on the confidence of people. I mean, it happens in the world all the time, but on a scale like this, come on, man. I mean, I know you got to pay the mortgage, but fuck, why? If not Sam, it should be Ed Harris as General Ross Red Hulk. Huh. Well, tell Harrison Ford, Lewis, because it sounds like that's who they eyeing. They ain't even thinking about Ed Harris. But that's a good choice. Ed Harris does give off old white guy asshole vibes. Have you still not gotten a response yet? If you are referring to E-Man, Ashura, no, I have not gotten a response. And I already told y'all in that video like 2-3 times, I do not even believe he will respond because he thinks I am beneath his notice. Or what I'm saying is BS. So, if I get a response from him, I will be shocked. I don't think I will get a response though, because I don't feel like he looks at me as enough of a peer to respond to. Daniel is on Twitter trying to douse the boycott movement. I got tagged in one of his comments. You're gonna make me say something real loud, Theo. It starts with an F and ends with him. So I mean, he's pardon my language. He gives off dick rider vibes, and that's how I felt about him when he was, all on our line and going back and forth, ooh, and ooh, but then as soon as you say something about Ryan Coogler, he ready to fight or ready to act like he want to fight. But whatever. I mean, and this is how I look at it, Theo. If I jump up and respond to every funky thing that happens, I will be responding forever. You know what I'm saying? I will be responding forever. I ain't got time to entertain petty shit. I mean, and it's petty. I mean, we all have our petty moments, but perpetual pettiness, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for them little, those folks that throw them little mini zinger comments in your feed or try to say something intelligent to try to make you sound so. I don't even entertain none of that. And if it's anybody listening right now, if you are one of those people that feel like you need to make this lightning stroke of a comment to try to dumb down what I'm saying or try to water down what I'm saying, good luck. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like I need to acknowledge it, I will, because I see crappy comments in my feed all the time. I'll either delete them or ignore them because I'm at a point now where checking somebody who comes at me illogically, foolishly, or in a trollish ass way is a waste of my energy and time. I don't get that time back. I ain't got time to be fucking with trolls. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to say y'all little cute remarks. Y'all want to say something smart, alecky, go ahead, say it. Get it out the way. You got your 10 seconds of fame right there in the chat or in a feed or in some comments or something like that. And I'm done. You know what I'm saying? We got bigger fish to fry. You know what I'm saying? We got bigger fish to fry because it's always going to be somebody talking. It's people talking right now. I ain't got time for niggas. I ain't got time for people talking. Okay? It's just simple as that. You know, it's people talking about me right now somewhere. I don't know where specifically, but I'm pretty sure there are people talking. There are people talking about you right now. I just don't know who those people are. People always going to be talking. I can't do nothing about what people say. I keep it pushing. Unless they just to the point where they got to be addressed. When you got to be addressed, you got to be addressed. So that too. Jackman's Wolverine is back. Hype for Deadpool 3 and hope to get Stewart's Xavier, McKellen's Magneto, Evans Cap, Krasinski's Reed, Tom Hardy as the MCU Logan Wolverine. Wow. Okay. Okay. Those are some interesting choices. How old, Lewis, how old will Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen be when they finally do an X-Men movie? Think about it. Do you want an octogenarian Magneto? You want an octogenarian Professor Xavier? Come on now, think about it. I know they both supposed to be older cats, but they ain't supposed to be ancient cats. Daniel from Back of the Bus. No, Daniel's not from Back of the Bus. Daniel is a what do you call people who comment? He's a like you, sure. He's a perpetual commenter. He makes a lot of comments on a lot of different pages. I personally blocked him because he's annoying. If I can't tell you something and you hear what I say or listen to what I say, why am I talking to you? It's like talking to a wall. I remember when I was a kid, me and my sister would get in arguments, and once I pissed my sister off, no matter what I said to her, she didn't hear it until I addressed why I pissed her off. So that to me is how people in comments are. Once they get on a tangent and just like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I'm going to keep coming in your comment doing this, I'm going to keep coming in your comment doing this, I'm going to keep coming in your, well, then you're going to make me choose the option when I'm setting up for the live to screen all comments or screen potentially abrasive comments. You want to get screened? Fine. That works for me too. But if you come in with BS, no, YouTube has built-in things for that. We're just trying to give you a chance to express yourself. The trolls are effing it up for the rest of you. Yes, Mr. Smith, that is a clout chasing clown. Yes. Yeah. Drexel Hamilton. Right now, welcome, Drexel. Right now, it will take more than recasting T'Challa to get my attention. Marvel had. Thank you, Mr. Hamilton. My goodness, that guy gets it. And I know it's a lot of rest of us that get it too. Show us that you respect us as fans before you start throwing all of this outlandish shit at us. It's like, why do you even have the character of Ironheart in Black Panther Wakanda Forever? Why do you have Riri Williams in Black Panther Wakanda Forever? You know, it's like they just throw a bunch of names in the air of superheroes and characters, and whatever comes down in the bowl, they pull all of them out and go, okay, well, looks like this movie is going to consist of Captain Marvel, Blue Marvel, Marvel Man, and Moon Girl. It's like, what in the is that random process that y'all got for cramming characters in the movies? Oh, the Avengers are going to assist and are going to consist of Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Jack of Hearts, and Demolition Man. And we'll put it in there like, bam, give that character some shine. We need to see Dennis Dumpty. Said no one. But they'll put it in a movie, and mark my words, I guarantee you're going to see a Squirrel Girl something. Nobody's fucking asking for it, but I guarantee you, Squirrel Girl going to pop up somewhere. Watch. Remember, you heard it here first, November 29th, 2022. They going to put Squirrel Girl in your face like, and have somebody like Taika Waititi directed. Hey, Grand Madam. How you doing? Grand Madam, I have a question. Would you be interested in doing a live with some of us, Grand Madam? Because we need a woman perspective. Because we don't want to look like misogynoir. Stewart did great. Yeah, Lewis, he can still pull Xavier off right now. But you ain't going to see X-Men until what? When is it? When are they supposed to? 2026 is when they're supposed to make their debut in the MCU? Something like that. 26, 25, something like that. It's going to be a little further down the line, bro. So, yeah. Do you want a Black Professor X and Magnus? I don't either, because then you're going to have to, what are you going to, what's going to be the catalyst that sparks Magneto's hate if he's a black man? Will that be the civil rights movement? Will it be because of some stuff that went on during the civil rights movement? Is that where Magneto's going to develop that undying hatred of all humans, or just white humans? Ewan McGregor as the MCU Xavier, Christoph Waltz as the MCU Magneto. Ewan McGregor. He's certainly got the voice. I would, yes, I would enjoy. To me, my X-Men. Yeah, I could. I can see that. I can see that, Lewis. I can see that. Christoph Waltz as Magneto. I'd be tempted to go with Fassbender again. I mean, I think he was a decent Magneto. I enjoyed him as Magneto. If Squirrel Girl show up, she better be thick and fine. LOL. With buck teeth. Really buck teeth. What it do, Nico? Alive, check, alert, check, Chillmonger. He is his favorite personality. People are always talking about self-love online, Chill, and you actively practice it. Salute to you, my dude. I will not mind James coming back. Also, because both him and Michael were awesome. Yes, but you've got Ewan McGregor in my head now, and that's all I hear. I'm getting a telepathic summons. Yeah, Ewan McGregor for Professor X. I'm feeling that all day, every day, twice on Sunday. Thoughts on all these mutants showing up all of a sudden like Mr. Immortal, since he's old man living in the MCU with genetic powers like, and that's what I mean. That's what you're saying, Assure. That's what I mean. The premise is not linear anymore. It's just like, oh, there are mutants here, but wait a minute, are there mutants here? Yeah, She-Hulk, they even, kind of sideways made mention of Wolverine in a newspaper article. You know what I'm saying? So it's like apparently mutants are here already in the 616. So is it mutants don't realize that they could use their powers yet after watching the Avengers? You know what I'm saying? After seeing the Guardians of the Galaxy, after seeing the Battle in New York, a mutant with claws didn't figure out he could use those claws to stab bad guys, and he got like covert operations experience. He ain't showed up till now. Not my fight. Fuck those guys. Is that where Wolverine was? I ain't, or he got erased. I get it. Did I call it the 616? Yeah. Oh, you talking about somebody else? Okay. No, because it is not the 616. I agree 100%, dude. As far as I'm concerned, it's the MCU. It's the MCU. Period. I don't even want to give it a damn designation. How about that? MC to the U is what it is. So when I say MCU, you know what I'm talking about. When I say 616, you know what I'm talking about. There. Problem solved. But also, too, let's not get in the habit of telling people what they should and shouldn't do, because people online get brave and start talking trash. So you could choose to call it whatever you want to call it. You could choose not to call it what you want to call it. Just know ain't nobody on this end gonna be calling the MCU the 616. My man, chill. That's what I'm saying. MCU. So you know what I'm talking about. And I don't think casuals and average everyday moviegoers gonna latch on to those universe number designations anyway. It's just MCU because the casual and the average moviegoer ain't concerned about no damn comic books. That's a child's device as far as they're concerned. They just know there were characters drawn out of there to make really cool movies that they can go see. They have no interest in going, hey, that was a very interesting story. Where could I read about the Infinity War? Where could I read about that guy Black Bolt in Doctor Strange? He was really interesting and he died very quickly. No, they don't care about none of that. They put as much effort into that as they put into looking up the history of Avatar. None. I'm just here for the special effects and the star power. And Disney recognizes that, and they pimping it out like they do everything. DC did it better than Marvel to have all these universes where they'll never really visit them. I think 52 universe is enough and short. Just read Henry Cavill will be coming back as Superman. Speaking of DC news, because that's cool, and I enjoyed Henry Cavill as Superman. I got a homie of mine that said, that was a terrible Superman. Now, well, not a terrible Superman, said he was a terrible Clark Kent, and that he was not Superman-like. And the example he cites is this. Okay, I'm gonna assume everybody here has seen Man of Steel and this won't be a spoiler for anyone when I explain plot details since the damn movie came out in 2013. If you ain't seen it by now, that's your problem. Anyway, there was a scene, there was a part in the movie where Clark Kent went on a walkabout and he ends up bartending at this little dive, and this guy's harassing the girl, and he goes over to kind of stand up for her, and dude pours a drink on his head. Now, rather than smack that cat to the moon, Superman goes outside and stabs a whole bunch of telephone poles into his truck. My friend felt that that was very petty and unsuperman like of Superman, that Superman wouldn't do anything like that to get revenge. But Christopher Reeve in Superman 2 did that exact thing to that cat in the restaurant who beat him up when he didn't have no powers and came back. And so, I mean, Superman, and my explanation is Superman's grown up around humans and he's developed all the qualities and emotions of humans. So Superman is not above being petty. That's just my take. Henry Cavill was fine, but the script and BVS also. And that was what I explained to Sure in the Superman 2. That cat totally, you know what I'm saying? So if Henry Cavill is not very Supermanish, then Christopher Reeve is not very Supermanish because he went and indulged himself and said, I'm gonna get revenge on this punk one way or another. Ralph Fiennes would be a great Professor X and Liam Neeson as Magneto. Again, two old farts. We trying to get some mileage out of this, Mr. Hamilton. We want to try to get 4, 5, 6 movies out of these cats. Ray Fiennes, Liam Neeson. Well, Liam Neeson, he's already like super old. Also, Black Panther 2 should have raised the stakes by having him go up against the living monolith. Huh. Nice name drop. Since he gains or his power is enhanced by cosmic energy, what would be the cosmic energy source that the living Pharaoh would draw upon to grow in size? Cosmic energy? Great spot for the Fantastic Four. Faster than a speeding bullet. Well, yeah, I saw that video last night, man, where you was dropping bars, chill. Bruh, I he took his hair down. My man said, I took this out of my hair. God, you need to have a segment, chill, where you just go off and like drop a high 16 to an instrumental or something, man. You boy. I find it funny that some soups in the MCU are living Infinity Stones. BS. I don't know what that means, sure. can, can, can you clarify, please, sir? You'll work on it. Hey. It might sound, a little old school, like Melly Mel or or LL Cool J or somebody like that. But if called upon, I can still drop a high 16. Yeah, that was one of my occupations back in the day. I even I even have a demo album still. I still have my demo album. I'm gonna play it one day. I'm gonna get my courage up and I'm gonna play my demo album one day. Y'all get ready to laugh because I know y'all gonna laugh your asses off. But it was it was hot, man. It was hot. We'll have a listening party one Thursday. How about that? Wanda, Captain Marvel all got their powers directly or indirectly from Infinity Stones. Oh, I see what you're saying. So the living monolith would get his powers from Infinity Stones, which no longer exist, or which have to be gathered again. Gotcha. Those Infinity Stones. Kind of like Dragon Ball Z. Got to keep going back and gathering them again, gathering them again, gathering them again. At least in the comic books, when you got one stone, it called out to the other stones so you knew where to go to find it next. Chill. Or is that chill? Yeah, it should be more eyes. See, I'm being grammar police. I'm sorry. It's just something I do sometimes. Chill. Eat them up. Yeah, I remember that song. Chill. Eat them up, L. See, I'm dating myself. Let me stop. The Infinity Stones exist. They just need million years to recharge. Well, then they ain't gonna be powering no cosmic beings or making the monoliths grow if it's gonna take them a million years. Or maybe um a infinity imbued or a chaos magic imbued. Maybe chaos magic should be that thing. And maybe that would make Monolith a little more formidable opponent because if he can punk Wanda down and drain all of her power out of her, who can stop him? See, that's a plot right out of a comic book. He could be drawn to the energy of vibranium. I thought about that too, but damn, don't y'all think vibranium is like super saturated in the MCU? How about we drop a Fantastic Four movie before we add the monolith? Oh, sure. Sounds like you need to read a few comics. The Living Pharaoh slash Living Monolith is a mutant who, when he is near a being who utilizes cosmic energy or is able to absorb cosmic energy, he is able to drain that energy from them and utilize it for himself. If he drains too much of their energy at one time, it will cause him to increase in size and he gains strength equivalent to whatever size it is he grows to. Chemo, yo, kid. What up? What up? What up? Who's the monolith I was talking about? Yeah, I get it, but didn't you just say up here earlier they ain't gonna be charged for a million years? Oh, time travel, multiverses. But they won't use comic book canon because if you take Infinity Stones from one universe to a one time in JLA Avengers, or is that just period? Plus, with him in the movie, we could be introduced to Storm. Well, I mean, while we at it, well, let's just get Iska the Unbeaten out here too. Since we just going and we throwing characters into the mix in whatever order we feel like throwing them. I would like to see Iska the Unbeaten in live action, as I think she is a very interesting character and has a very interesting power. Oh, Ashura, do you know who Iska the Unbeaten is? Probably not. Um, Can someone explain why they couldn't? Who is they? Who is they that couldn't build a time machine? Who couldn't build a time machine? The Avengers? Who's they? Who's they? Like my mama always said, I don't know who they is. You're gonna have to verify if you want me to go shoot somebody. My mama was a G. What can I say? Uh, salute. Well, then I will start doing more videos to drop that knowledge on your dome piece, my dude. Y'all put some interesting ideas out into the Avengers. Okay, why they couldn't build a time machine. What are time vortexes? Just so we on the same sheet of music. Because if we're talking about time travel in the MCU, it's made possible by a combination of Pym particles and the quantum universe. Yeah, King Solomon's frogs would be a much more viable option. But those don't kings, yeah, you have to have both frogs because one frog will draw something out of the time stream and the other frog puts it back where it's supposed to go. The t-shirt that I was wearing last night for last night's video was a t-shirt of the comic book cover of Black Panther #2, which is the second appearance of King Solomon's frogs. The more you know. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, okay. You're just being angry. Okay. Okay. There are a lot of things that need be explained. Why was the Scarlet Witch able to mock Captain Marvel, Black Bolt, Reed Richards, and got no help from Mordo? Dinner. But there are a lot of inconsistencies in the MCU. Inconsistencies that I feel would be eliminated if they followed canon. You can't argue with what is. I mean, you can't argue with it, but it's a little more difficult. If I got 40, 50 years of experience, 40, 50 years of appearances and actions to back up what I'm putting in a movie, a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? How do you explain, Black Widow just walking out of the blue and becoming an Avenger? Why? Who made the decision to murder Quicksilver off? Was that, you know what I mean? And the guy no, that's the other Quicksilver. Never mind. How about this? Madam Slay resurrects Nkantu to help lead her army against Wakanda. Ooh, look at the big brain on Drexel Hamilton. He put Nkantu out of nowhere. Nkantu, for those of you that do not know, is the living mummy. Back in the 70s, Marvel Comics decided that they were going to make their own comic book versions of all the Universal movie monsters. That is where you got Tomb of Dracula, Marvel Chillers, I think it was. This is what featured Frankenstein's monsters. Frankenstein's monster. Same thing, I think, with Nkantu, the living mummy. And then, of course, Werewolf by Night. I'll be doing a video on that in October. A lot of my videos in October are going to be like Halloween or monster themed for like comic books, like comic book monsters and Halloween type stuff like that, along with the usual stuff. But I'm going to give y'all a dose of that, because edutainment is what I do. MCU is literally just tossing stuff at the wall. That guy gets it too. Kimoyo Kid, Drexel Hamilton, go to the head of the class today. Yeah, that got enslaved and turned into a living mummy. I heard somewhere online before Chadwick died that the plot would bring up some Marvel African princess villain against T'Challa in BP2. Well, we know that didn't happen. Which monster is the more successful character? They're all pretty weak to me. Well, Werewolf by Night is the only one that got a special chill, so that kind of narrows it down. I think the one that has stood the test of time is Dracula, though, because Dracula's been involved, I think, in more plot lines and more different stories outside of a monster venue than Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night's superhero claim to fame was fighting Moon Knight. Other than that, he's had a couple issues in the set. He fight with Spider-Man, fight with this character over here and there. But overall, Werewolf by Night did not make as huge an impact in the 616 as Dracula did. So yeah, my answer to that question, Chillmonger, Vlad Dracula. And Dracula's cool. I've said Dracula's been in a few storylines that were interesting. Dracula turned all the X-Men into vampires at one point. And then there was even a what if story where Wolverine became king of the vampires and supplanted Dracula. So, I mean, he gets around. Grand Madam, the MCU is banking on a younger audience that are not comic book fans. That's the gamble they're taking with their movies. Yeah, it is, Grand Madam. Do I know of any African princess villains? Well, thank you, Mr. Hamilton. I got 40 plus years of experience. So yeah, it's yeah. I've got to let it all out somewhere. And this is, just me sharing. Like I say, entertainment is what I do. It is what I do. I like to share the knowledge. I like to like I hear like people, like Ashura saying, who is this and who is that? And I appreciate the fact that he says, I come to you for knowledge. So I feel like if that's the source or resource that I am, then I try to be that. I'm not trying to, be that cat that's doing all of this other extra stuff. And I my lane, my lane, my lane, my lane. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying in my lane. I'm staying in my realm. I'm staying in my universe. I ain't trying to cross over into nobody else's universe and do no extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Princess Zonda. There you go, Kamoyo Kid. The Princess of Naganda, if I'm not mistaken, fictional nation. Yeah, and she kind of had a thing for Black Panther back in the day. And she was in that King Solomon's Fraud storyline. And that Stan Lee Jack Kirby run on Black Panther is where she was introduced, and she ran with him and and this little person by the name of wait for it, Mr. Little. And they went on some adventures and they fought yetis and samurais in hidden ancient cities and his cousins. And so yeah, the Stan Lee, I mean the Jack Kirby run on Black Panther was pretty cool. You are the resource. When you say that, Theo, I hear like a really deep James Earl Jones, Kevin Gravu kind of voice saying that. You are the resource. Yeah, I think Zonda was supposed to be appearing messing with T'Challa. Yeah, that would have been a much cooler story. I think. Um, Princess Zonda actually showed up at the, I think it was Storm's bachelorette party. Princess Zonda showed up and was talking shit like, I'm gonna still get with T'Challa, and and Storm kind of did the equivalent of pulling her hair back and taking her earrings off. So yeah, Zonda has made a recent, well, if you want to count them getting married recent. Um, then I heard you well. Great minds, dog. Great minds. Um, isn't Mr. Little the dwarf that wanted to kill T'Challa in the comics at the wedding? Mr. Little is a little white guy that was looking for this elixir of eternal life or something. And how him and T'Challa linked up, I do not remember, but Mr. Little was there in issue 1, and they were off on adventures, and he ran with T'Challa for about 6-7 issues straight. For they was like, okay, we tired of this little dude. He's no longer he reminds us too much of Pip the Troll. Let's get rid of him. M'Baku was mad because he didn't get an invite. What are these? Did I miss something? Oh, the resources. Tracking you. Grand Madam, you never answered my question. Are you down to do a live with the boys, ma'am? Because I would love to hear some of your perspectives on things. Did I miss it? See, because y'all talk so fast. Okay, that would be awesome. Okay, then I will make it happen. I like to hear everybody's ideas because I learn from everybody. Learning is a lifetime experience, and I like to learn. I like to, if maybe some things I ain't privy to, and people put me up on, and vice versa. And the world's a better place because we know more stuff. And when you know better, y'all gonna leave me hanging. Y'all gonna leave me hanging. Yes, ma'am. I will. I will definitely reach out. Might be sometime early next week that I will reach out, and I will get all the fun people on for the fun stuff. Fair question: is the recast T'Challa dead? You do better. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Fair question. Uh, um, I'm not gonna say it's dead, but it has been dealt a blow like a mug. It has been dealt a vicious blow, a body shot. You know what I mean? So, and my fear was that, well, two things. Do I think Luke Cage is? I'm gonna get back to it, but do I think Luke Cage is safe in the hands of Disney, Marvel? No, I do not. And if you ask me why, I'll tell you. But what I was thinking, it it makes it hard to galvanize a movement when people refuse to accept and work with opposing points of view. Okay. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X philosophically, excuse me, are North and South. You know what I'm saying? But their end task, their end goal was to see the same thing. So, I mean, do you really think at this? I feel like that recast T'Challa tag is, I won't say it's dead, but it's definitely in jeopardy. Because of, and I won't place blame, but E-Man can't say he's not in some way culpable for that, because staying the course, steady and consistent is what kept people around. Staying the course, saying I got a plan was what kept people around. But now that there's no plan and there's no course, you know, who's going to make that happen? I am for recast, but boycott Black Tooth was always my thing. But I had always had one foot in each camp. But I know where to be. So I thank you and Theo. Respect, bro. Respect. Okay, y'all. Yes, give me some time, and in fact, I probably need to sit down with my peers, and decide what we doing from there. But he was like when Captain America said "Hail Hydra." Damn. Oh, Secret Empire on him, huh? Okay. For the same reason T'Challa ain't safe. For the same reason that Blade is in jeopardy currently. Derek Bozeman, I think, said it the most eloquent in the Urban Faith interview about what they want to see as far as black men. Black men in power, black men as kings. They don't want to see that. So they're going to spin that narrative. If they got to have black men, then black men going to be poor. Then black men going to be wanting. Then black men are going to be in a situation where they need, quote unquote, a white savior to bail them out of some shit. You know what I'm saying? Never the black man by himself alone getting that shine. Never the black man on his own showing himself superior to everyone. You know what I'm saying? That's not something they want to see. So, yeah, that's why I say Luke Cage is in jeopardy. Or they're going to make him be clownish. They're going to do him like they did, War Machine. He's just a footnote. You know what I mean? And that was my thought, Grand Madam. It's taken a serious hit, but I feel like after that movie underperforms, we'll be Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Without a doubt, madam. Without a doubt. Without a freaking doubt. I mean, it's some people that say they ain't gonna use that hashtag anymore, and that's fine. I don't have no problem with that. Let people do what they do. But as long as I know where your allegiance lies, and I don't have to wonder, and I don't have to figure, and I don't have to think. If I come point blank at you and ask you and say, what's your allegiance? Where do you stand? Who do you stand for? And where do you stand in this overall situation? And you tell me, I have no choice but to take that at face value. This man said he's down 10,000 pounds for the cause. I ain't got no reason to doubt him. He might look sus, but I ain't got no reason to doubt him. If he says he's down, he's down. But then later on, in the fullness of time, your actions show that you ain't down. You know, that ain't got nothing to do with a hashtag. That was you being duplicitous all along, or that was you losing your faith. Whatever it is, and that's anybody. You know what I'm saying? Not just E-Man. That's anybody. You know what I mean? That's saying you down, but then, once you put your foot in the water and go, ooh, it's too hot. I want to wait until it cool off. And then you don't even put your foot back in there again. It is what it is, man. I'm going to keep edutaining, y'all, all day. I'm going to keep edutaining. I knew what was up before because he wasn't hard body with it. When he denied D and Theo, I had my confirmation. Been loading up my 6-shooters ever since. He is Cypher in the Matrix. Boy, y'all know how to name off all the famous turncoats and traitors. I went at him, and we all know how that went for him. I don't think dealing with conflict was his primary goal. So when confronted, he doesn't deal with it very well. At least from what I can see. Like I said, if you ain't got time for all that, cut it off. Cut it off. If you want to come at me, if anybody in the YouTube universe disagrees with anything I say or do, as long as you come at me respectfully and drop facts, I will listen. You coming with that old bullshucks? You clout chasing? You just trying to make a name for yourself because you think I'm an easy mark? What old girl say on Nutty Professor? Don't let the gray hairs fool you. You'll walk over here, but you'll limp back. Okay? I ain't no. I was never. Hey, I was never a gang member, but I know a lot of them. And I'm going to leave it at that. No disrespect, but from what I saw, E-Man was not a strong voice behind his movement. I stopped listening to him when he said Luke Cage was a sidekick character. Damn, he said that shit? Wow. I didn't know that, Drex. I didn't know that, man. Like I said, if you and Theo had his numbers, the noise you guys would make. Well, Ashura, I'm telling you right now, put the word out. Let folks know about me. If you want my numbers to be up there where his are, help me get there. You know what I'm saying? United voices are louder voices. And please believe everybody in the chat, man, when I grow, y'all go. You know what I mean? Because I ain't the type of person that's going to forget what got me where I get to. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a petition for y'all to go out there and campaign for me or nothing. But like I always like to say, dang, and it sounds like a campaign. If you digging what I'm shoveling. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't digging what I'm shoveling, don't mess with it. But if you digging what I'm shoveling, put a brother on, man. I'm on the come up. I'm trying to be on the come up. So yeah, I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all if y'all with me. Here's where Theo, and Theo gonna drop a jewel, and we're gonna be good with it. Here's where I'm at. The only people who have come at us were anti-recaster. He's literally got recasters going after them hardly or don't know D and I exist. Yeah. Facts. Yeah. Man, I appreciate it. Okay. At Drexel, I fell back. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta show yourself. You know, if I say I'm down for you, I'ma ride with you, I'ma protect you, but then when the slugs start flying, you know what I'm saying, when the hammers come out, you like, I am a pacifist. I don't do the violence thing. Then you shouldn't have said you was down to protect, defend, and do what needed to be done to make shit happen. Not a diss, just kicking straight facts. Um, Appreciate that, Kamoyo kid. I will continue to try to be worthy. Look here, y'all. I'm gonna let Galactus tell y'all. You probably won't be able to hear it, but that's a dope Galactus, ain't it? But that's not what I wanted Galactus to tell you. What I wanted Galactus to tell you was this. Say what, Big G? Me too. So you know, uh, that particular Galactus, oh my goodness, I have had since the early 90s, bro. And no, it's not. I other than unscrewing in the back, changing the batteries, it's worked for 20 plus years. So yeah, I've had it for a minute. And I've got new stuff too. But I got a new section of Sure called Action Figuring, a new segment that I do where I talk about all the, if you can see the room, it's filled. That's just a little bit. I got way more than that. But I'm gonna show y'all as I, do what I do. I'm getting ready to get up, y'all. I'm getting ready to bounce up out of here. I appreciate y'all, Kamoyo Kid, Ashura, Ray Smith, my man Theo B, Chillmonger, Grand Madam Tarot, Drexel Hamilton. Man, thanks, brother, for coming in and weighing in deep. I appreciate that, man. We be here, same bat time, same bat channel. If you want to come out and drop science with us, I will be here. Nico Bean, my man, always appreciate you. Much love and respect. Louis Berry, appreciate your thoughts, man. I like to hear, how people, what people think about casting and all of that kind of thing, because I sit around and do that too. Think I said what's up to everybody. If I missed anybody in here, oh sure, goodness gracious, we can't forget you, bro. Captain America symbol sutra, Armistead Guathney. I'll do that, bro. But catch me in here. Catch me in here next week. I think we might be doing like a group live. If I can get everybody on the same sheet of music. But I'm about to bounce up out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming and rocking with me. I will be getting at y'all. Stay tuned for the videos. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. I'll be getting at y'all with another one of them other ones, y'all. Y'all be good. Be good to each other, y'all. I holler. Yep.